eccoci qua. The Nation League phase is over, and now we can go back to Serie A. But what happened in these Nation Leagues? That first of all, congratulations to Mexico that won the CONCACAF Nation Leagues against Panama. I did watch the match, mainly to watch Santi Jimenez. Then I watched Italy, of course, Portugal, and a little bit of France. And the match Mexico versus Panama was entertaining, right? Because mainly because Mexico managed to score in the first half, like pretty soon, so we didn't have to watch the 5-4-1 of Panama the whole match. And then at the end was something surreal, really. Like first of all, that penalty, the Panama's player forgot that he's playing football and not volleyball, and then there was that penalty from Jimenez, the other Jimenez, the one that stole the spotlight from Santi Jimenez, that stopped. It must be like the slowest run up to a penalty I've ever seen. I don't know. I didn't know that was kind of legal. I think you can't stop. It was very. I don't know. But in the end, Mexico won the cup. But our Santi Jimenez, despite having a few chances, didn't manage to concretize them. Okay. Same is for Leao. Leao didn't play a good match with Portugal. Mainly, Portugal played on the side of Conceição Ronaldo. So Leao didn't have many chances, but he did have some good runs that were amount to nothing. And then thanks to Denmark defender, now I don't have his name right now, but could contain Leao very well, and then Leao did pretty much nothing. Again, I'm not gonna be like heavy against the players because this is now it's March. We are going toward the end of Serie A, of Premier League, and all the championships. So I think one of the main goals of the players is to not get injured. But nonetheless, we had a pretty entertaining weekend. I think for me it was kind of entertaining. I did not expect Nation League to be this entertaining, especially like the big matches like Spain versus the Netherlands with our beloved Reijnders. Spain that looked a little bit tired. They weren't doing that aggressive pressing that we saw in the past match. They were leaving the play to the Netherlands. And then you have the guy that is called Lamal, and 17 years old. Forget that he couldn't, score the penalty in the end. But guys, 17 years old. This guy, he's a champion. Like the goal, the play that brought to the previous goal. It's just an amazing player. It was a good match to watch, and I feel bad for the Netherlands because they always lose in the penalty shootout, and I feel bad. I want the Netherlands to win a trophy because I think they do deserve it, and especially now that Reijnders is there, I am more actively watching the Netherlands. But they have like very interesting players, and they didn't have all the players, so I'm looking forward to the World Championship because I think it's gonna be entertaining, and I do hope that Italy qualify for it because it has been 8 years that I didn't see Italy playing at the Cup. It's just very disappointing. And speaking about Italy, that must be the most embarrassing goal I've ever seen. I mean, for this year, this is the most embarrassing goal that one of my teams conceded. So I'm an AC Milan fan, as you know. And this year for AC Milan is very embarrassing. Plus, this goal conceded by Donnarumma. We know the Inter. Are you sure you want Donnarumma? Are you sure you want Donnarumma? Because Donnarumma is this. Donnarumma makes a lot of these kind of mistakes. We were very forgiving as supporters because he grew up in Milan with AC Milan. He was like the wonder kid. We were all Donnarumma. in our hearts, and then he betrayed us, right? Yeah, he betrayed us, but he was always like this, right? And this concentration mistake, I'm happy we saw this, because you can show this to young players, and when you're playing a match, you can't stop playing suddenly because you think that you have the time. No, because then if the opponent is smarter than you, that is what happened. There is nothing to complain there. So, and this is true also for a lot of situations where, um, when a player demands a foul, and you look at the goal at the referee like this, like, yeah, what the hell, give me the foul, give me the ball, stuff like this. And stop doing that, because if the referee doesn't use the whistle, the game goes on, and then you break your organizations, and you're not balanced anymore, and then you concede a goal. So, but this is the stupidest goal I've ever seen, I think, in my life. Not in my life, but still. And this is the first half. The first half for Italy was terrible, but the second half was amazing. It's like, I don't know, it's a double-sided Italy, which should teach you that when you're losing 3-0, or when you're winning 3-0, don't think you already won the match. We know something about that as Milanista. Oh man, I'm afraid that Italy won't make it to the World Cup, but we have seen good stuff. I hope they will. What happened? Thiago Motta got fired from Juventus. Thiago Motta is not the coach of Juventus. The gamble, because Thiago Motta in the end was a gamble, a bet that the Juventus management did, because he is a promising coach, but we wouldn't know how he would do with a big team like Juventus, and he failed. And now we have Tudor back to Serie A. Tudor is always, it's always there. Tudor comes back to Italy time to time to save the team. So now we're gonna have Tudor with Juventus, and this is gonna be interesting because we're gonna see how will Juventus change. From AC Milan side, nothing is happening really. But this week, according to the newspapers, is the week of the sporting director. So AC Milan will have to choose on a sporting director pretty soon. That we knew that like the deadline is like April, because they have to start building already the team for the next year, because we can't wait like August to get like a sporting director. So Milan has to move, and it's always the same names: Tare, Paratici, but we don't know who is like the favorite at the moment. But this is what's gonna happen during the week, and we will have the match versus Napoli, which is a big match. It's an important match for both teams, for AC Milan and for Napoli, and I'm curious. Am I curious? I don't know if I'm curious. I'm a little bit detached from AC Milan recently because of all the Nations Leagues and whatnot. So we took a break. We took a break from AC Milan, and now we're gonna get back into for the final rush. Are you ready for this final rush? I don't know if I am, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll talk about that soon again. For now, enjoy your week. Ciao, ciao.